Hello, thanks for coming by this video. I want to talk about something really important today. In the past few AMAs that Charles has done, he mentioned that he wanted to release Shelley on mainnet here in a couple months without doing a Haskell testnet, and I think there's a big issue with that. So I actually own a stake pool. It's called PayADA. And from the beginning, and it's not just my pool either, a lot of people have had problems, and to explain what these problems are, I'll pull up my pool real quick and show you. So you can see right here, there's this last block hash, and I mean we can go to Ada Pools and look at it too. Like I'm on the last block, so that means my pool's up to date. But what'll happen is it's called an adversarial fork. So your pool will be doing great, it'll be keep getting blocks, and then it'll go to a forked blockchain. And it's still happening even though we're on the 13th update of Jormungandr since the testnet came out. And I just think I think it's like naive to think that the Haskell code is just going to be perfect and flawless on release. And this is actually what happened with the Jormungandr code. When it first came out, what happened is it was great until they released Daedalus, and that's when everyone started connecting to the network, and because of the big load that happened on the network, it crashed. And that's what Charles said, that he wants to just release the Haskell code. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong, just right off the bat. And I think there's a big issue with that. It's like, what I'm proposing is that we need to do a whole nother testnet with a new snapshot, and just so stake pool owners can get used to the Haskell code. If it's any different, if the like the way you set up the server is different, I think everyone needs to get used to it. And then we need to just iron out the bugs like we did with this testnet. And I don't know if you guys have heard of Philippa. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong, but I've watched his channel for a long time, and I actually commented, and this is what he had to say about it. I just wanted to show you guys this because I think he's an important part of the community.
I do agree that there needs to be some issues. There needs to be some issues that are resolved within
I started it a little bit late. I'm gonna go back a little bit.
the product, but my goals, my aspirations have.
So what he's gonna say after this is I commented and asked about what I just said.
New release with my MacBook because it's an older version.
Skip.
Agree that there needs to be some issues. There needs to be some issues that are resolved within Daedalus or within Jormungandr itself, so it can communicate better with Daedalus at the end. Big Pay says we need to do a Haskell testnet. I think it was a very bad idea to assume the code is going to be flawless. I agree with you. I don't think the Haskell code is going to be flawless. I think that there's going to be issues. For us to think that we had all these issues with ITN and then we're going to just go into flawless Haskell, I don't believe it. I don't believe it. You know, let's be real. Let's be real. Let's try to separate like just complete moon optimism with just reality. You know, if 1 + 2 = 3, you know, 3 + 4 = 7. You know, it's going to follow a sequential order, and it's not going to make sense that one part is just completely bug ridden and the other part is bug free. Then why not just release the bug free version?
And yeah, that's the end of what he said. I didn't mean to do just take out of the video, but I think what he said is actually really important, and he touches on it perfect. How can we expect to be released buggy code and kind of have an issue with the testnet? And I know a lot of people want to say like it's all rainbows, but from someone who's running a stake pool, I met all of the specs. I spent hours upon hours reading, keeping up with everyone. I had a lot of issues in the beginning, and I've lost a lot of my delegates due to that. And they're ironed out for now. But what happens is it just another bug comes out or something else comes out, and it ruins everything for a little bit while I spend hours upon hours upon hours trying to fix it so my delegates are happy, so I don't lose anybody. Just to full transparency, I had 20 million ADA delegated to my pool, and now I'm down to 1.17, and I'm not complaining, but the reason that is because of the issues that plague the testnet. And the reason I'm saying that, I'm not bitching, I'm saying that because I think it's naive for us to think the same issues or similar issues won't happen when we release the next testnet. or not the next testnet, but when we release the Haskell code on Shelley. And if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, Jormungandr right now is built in Rust, and so what the actual Shelley is going to be built on is Haskell. And what Charles says is it's just done right. It's not going to have issues like Jormungandr did. And like I said, I think that's naive, and I think it would be a very bad thing if Shelley was released and there were a lot of problems when Shelley was released, because we've been waiting so long for this. This is so important, and what needs to happen is we have another testnet with another snapshot, and we need to iron out all these bugs. And we could spend 6 months if we really had to, because I think it's really important that when we do this, we do it right, because we've waited so long. And one of Cardano's biggest criticisms is like, when Shelley, nothing's ever happened. I've been with it for this long, but I just think it's really important that when Shelley release, it's done perfect, no matter how long it takes. And that's why I think that we need to test out that code. We need to give stake pool owners an opportunity to figure things out on the different code. And we also need to test the network at load on the new code, because everything was great in Jormungandr until everyone got on, because it was incentivized, because people could actually make money. That's when everything went wrong. And we need to test it at load, because they might be able to do some tests with a couple hundred people on it at their facilities, and it will run perfect. Everyone will stay up to date, everyone will be in sync. But he also says later in the stream that, and he's right about this, that the incentivized testnet is already at load as we speak. Because people keep asking, like, can we do another snapshot? Can we let more people in? We're already at load right now. We're already having all these syncing issues just because of the load of the network. And that's like kind of why I'm proposing this. And I think that, if you're listening to this video right now and you really agree with me, I don't really know how to get this out. And that's why I'm trying to make a video on it today. But if you guys can, just try to spread this message or share the video. But I think it's really important that we do another testnet for the sake of Cardano as a whole. And another thing that Charles also mentioned that he hasn't done, I'm not like talking bad, I kind of want this to happen, and it would be at the benefit of me, but I think it would be at the benefit of a lot of people, and it also does promote decentralization. But if we go to ADA pools and we look, the saturation point right now it's 1/100. That's the K value, so it's 1%. He mentioned in an AMA a while ago about lowering that to 0.5, so making it 1/50. I think that would be that'd be really good if we lowered the saturation point, because it just decentralizes the network, and it also incentivizes a lot of these smaller pools to keep at it and to stay. And yeah, that's really all I have to say. If you guys would, I really would appreciate it if you would spread this message. You don't even have to share my video, but just share what I'm saying, that we need to do another incentivized testnet. It is very, very important. And I hope you guys agree with me, because I don't want to just be paranoid about this. But as a stake pool owner and as a Cardano holder, I've had a lot of issues with the incentivized testnet, and they're starting to fizzle out a little bit. But you got to realize that the next Shelley is going to be all different code, made by all different people, that hasn't been tested at maximum capacity. And that's what needs to be done. But if you guys have any comments, or you have anything you don't agree with what I'm saying, I would really appreciate it if you comment down below. I love getting a discussion going. And if you guys also have any problems that you're running into, or any questions about the technical aspects of this, just ask away and I'll figure it out for you guys. Also, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, please upvote it on Reddit, I would really appreciate it, and subscribe to my channel. I'm going to keep making more videos, but I hope you guys all have a wonderful day.